What I'm about to share with you, the sooner you realize this, the sooner that you take the time to understand what it means to have a finite capped supply in a world where demand for Bitcoin is only increasing, once you understand this, you will become filthy, stinking rich. At least in theory, right? Bitcoin's limited supply cap means that you only need 0.01 Bitcoin to become rich. In 10 years, Bitcoin's finite supply will be nearly exhausted, meaning hodlers might only need 0.01 Bitcoin to become filthy, stinking rich. Right now, today, 0.01 Bitcoin is just above $500. 500 to 1 million in 10 years. Is this possible? This is what I want to talk about in this video, along with recent news. Bitcoin, ETH, George Soros, Ben Shapiro, Atari, Ethereum, Uniswap Token. Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe because you're interested in making money in cryptocurrency and you want to stay up to date on a daily basis. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you want to support the channel, all we ask is give the video a like and comment below. Is 0.01 Bitcoin enough? Is there another coin that you have on your radar for a long-term hold? Let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk about Ethereum. Then we'll talk about altcoins. Let's get into it. While purchasing 0.01 Bitcoin might today just cost $500, doesn't seem like a lot of Bitcoin, doesn't seem like too much money, current trends in global wealth distribution and the inevitable realization of Bitcoin's limited supply could result in 0.01 Bitcoin being worth $1 million in the future. Let's talk about this. Let's unpack this. Let's talk about Bitcoin's fixed capped supply and the increasing demand and just the different scenarios to truly realize that 0.01 Bitcoin is going to be worth a lot of money in the future. So according to Credit Suisse's Global Wealth Report 2020, there are 52 million individuals with a net worth surpassing $1 million. 52 million millionaires in the world. Despite representing just 1% of the global population, excluding children, these millionaires own 43% of the world's wealth. Let's keep going. As of March 1st, Bitcoin's total supply consists of 18.64 million Bitcoin, leaving 2.37 million coins yet to be mined. In 10 years, the supply will reach 20.6 million, or 98% of the 21 million coins from the total supply. Well, there are some coins that are lost, right, or haven't been touched for a while. That's going to remove supply, right? Well, when removing the 1.9 million coins that haven't been touched for over a decade from Bitcoin's supply cap, there is a maximum limit of 19.2 million Bitcoin now available to these millionaires in the world. We're only talking about millionaires at this point. This leaves 0.37 Bitcoin per millionaire, including the yet-to-be mined coins, assuming Bitcoin's supply will be evenly shared between said millionaires, which obviously it won't. But hypothetically, if this were the case, they would all be fighting for just 0.37 Bitcoin per millionaire. We're just talking about the millionaires at this point. And you got to ask yourself, well, this is only going to be true if I believe that Bitcoin has a future and Bitcoin's going to be here. That's something I believe. If you believe that, you should pay attention. However, if every Bitcoin that has remained unmoved for 5 years or more is lost, so not 10 years anymore, but now 5 years, and that would be a maximum of 14.5 million Bitcoin that will be available for accumulation for the millionaires, for everybody. In this scenario, each of the world's millionaires could only own 0.28 Bitcoin each, assuming supply is evenly distributed. So now it's 0.28 Bitcoin. The fact is that in the future, the wealthy will be fighting for 0.01 Bitcoin. Let's talk about this. In addition to the certified millionaires, there are 590 million individuals whose net worth exceeds $100,000. Let's not forget about these people. These people shouldn't be disregarded as potential hodlers, even though their purchasing power is less. Assuming that the global wealth proportion shown in this chart right here above stays the same, assuming that proportion of wealth is distributed correctly, millionaires represent just 6.32 million coins out of Bitcoin's remaining supply, suggesting each individual would have the opportunity to purchase just 0.12 Bitcoin each. What I'm trying to show you is, no matter how you look at the data, and the more data that you have, this shows us that people are going to be fighting for small amounts of Bitcoin. The remaining 590 million individuals currently worth 100,000 or higher could effectively hold another 5.9 million coins, resulting in a mere 0.01 Bitcoin per adult. This is how we come to this number, resulting in a mere 0.01 Bitcoin per adult. So now we're talking about pretty much everybody, and they're fighting, if it's evenly distributed, for 0.01 Bitcoin. Today, 500. Tomorrow, possibly a million. To conclude, buying 0.01 Bitcoin today, roughly a $500 investment at current prices, can assure a person a top 13 hodler position. When comparing the relative wealth concentration of the fiat and Bitcoin markets, being among Bitcoin's top 13% shares the same exclusivity as being a fiat millionaire. So, $500 in Bitcoin today, 0.01 Bitcoin being the same as a fiat millionaire. And when you study the history of Bitcoin, look at how quickly this appreciates, you come to realize one thing. Most people will own Bitcoin. It is inevitable. Bitcoin holds value and appreciates in value like no other. Back in 2011, one Bitcoin bought you a lemon. Back in 2014, one Bitcoin bought you a phone. 2015, one Bitcoin bought you Beats by Dr. Dre. 2018, one Bitcoin bought you a motorcycle. 2021, one Bitcoin buys you a nice car. 2025, a Citadel? We'll see. Let's talk about the first publicly traded company to disclose that they have Ethereum on their balance sheet. In fact, 40 million worth of Bitcoin and ETH, publicly traded company. We've seen this plenty of times with Bitcoin. We'll continue to see it with Bitcoin. This is a game changer for Ethereum. Meitu, a Chinese photo retouching app listed in Hong Kong, announced that it has purchased 40 million worth of Bitcoin and ETH. One of the most popular mobile apps in China, Meitu has nearly 300 million in self-reported monthly active users as of June 2020. Meitu is also evaluating the feasibility of launching an Ether-based decentralized app. So they're going all in. This is a direct quote from the company. These purchases were made pursuant to a cryptocurrency investment plan previously approved by the board of directors, under which the group may make a net purchase of up to 100 million worth of cryptocurrencies. So they still have 60 million that they could, buy in Ether and Bitcoin and whatever, financed by its existing cash reserves other than any remaining proceeds from the company's initial public offering. So they had to go through their board of directors. They got approved for 100 million. They have deployed 40 million. They're looking into ETH applications. Just so you know, founded in 2008, Meitu is one of the most popular mobile apps in China with a market cap of 11 billion. As of June 2020, Meitu held 2.5 billion, or actually 380 million in cash and liquid financial reserves, and had 295 million self-reported monthly active users. Its chairman and founder is also a known pro-Bitcoin figure who said in 2018 in an interview that he personally amassed 10,000 Bitcoin at the time. So these guys are putting their money where their mouth is. This is the first publicly listed company that's bought an ETH. What this means to me is that this cryptocurrency revolution is real and this is global. I want to continue talking about Ethereum in just a second, but realize just, what a game changer it is to have corporations put Bitcoin, and now we're seeing it with Ethereum to an extent, put Bitcoin on their balance sheets. We haven't even seen the true effects of Michael Saylor's Bitcoin conference, where he onboarded tons of corporations and gave them his playbook. When we do start to see the true effects, starting Q2, starting very soon, it'll seem like we can't go a day without hearing about corporations adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet. It's coming, and it will kick off the biggest phase of this bull market that we have seen. Keep hodling. Keep hodling. Speaking about Ethereum, we continue to see whales accumulating Ethereum. Whales owning 10K plus ETH now own 68% of the total ETH supply. This is the highest percentage owned by whales since November 2017. So back November 2017, that was a couple months away from ETH's big, huge rally, big blow off. And also some information about today, 10 to 10,000 addresses, meanwhile, own the lowest percentage since September 2017. So whales continue to accumulate ETH. Is this smart money? I don't know. It's an interesting metric. George Soros, the George Soros, is getting into Bitcoin with the Bitcoin firm NYDIG. George Soros. Ben Shapiro breaks down Bitcoin and says he likes Bitcoin and he thinks more people will invest in Bitcoin. He says anytime there's a market for any sort of digital currency, there will be rival digital currencies. The question is, which one gains credence in the marketplace? It's why, at the very beginning, it takes big people buying into this sort of stuff to make a difference in the market for it. So the more Elon Musks you have buying Bitcoin, the more faith there is that Bitcoin is a real thing. Ben Shapiro adds that Bitcoin is poised to attract more and more investors as people find a way to escape fiat currencies that are being debased by their governments. Ben Shapiro seems to get it. He says, this is why so many people are skeptical of cryptocurrencies in the first place. But my feeling is that over time, cryptocurrencies, particularly ones that find a place in the market, the way Bitcoin has, I think that those are going to continue to rise. I think we have less and less faith in centralized governments, and it seems to me that we are there right now. As that happens more and more, I think we're going to see more and more people looking to diversify away from fiat and instead moving into places like Bitcoin for actual safety and security. So Ben Shapiro promoting Bitcoin in a big way, pretty much saying that Bitcoin's already a thing, Bitcoin is here to stay. Other cryptocurrencies could follow, but right now, Bitcoin and crypto is where it's at. Before we talk about ETH and Atari, before we talk about Token, before we talk about Taco Bell and NFTs, let's take 60 seconds to thank our sponsor, BlockFi.com/altcoin daily. If you have Bitcoin, if you have Ethereum, if you have Litecoin, stablecoins, now Chainlink or Binance Coin, and you just have it sitting around, not gaining any interest, you can take a portion and put your crypto to work. Earn up to 8.6 APY with a BlockFi interest account. Get up to a 250 crypto bonus with a deposit of $25 or more. So make sure you either type this in to your URL or use the link in the description to get that bonus. Generally speaking, there is no minimum required to earn interest, and you can do just tons of stuff with BlockFi. You can buy, you can sell, you can trade. They're backed by some of the biggest names, Galaxy Digital, the Winklevi, Morgan Creek, Coinbase. I like BlockFi. I use BlockFi. It helps you earn interest. I mean, you can't earn good interest with the traditional financial system anymore, but with BlockFi, using your crypto, you can earn good interest. Atari partners on a crypto casino in an Ethereum-based virtual world. So an Atari-branded casino will be built in a gaming district within Decentraland's metaverse. Atari, the gaming company behind Pac-Man, Asteroids, and Pong, is to develop a cryptocurrency casino in partnership with Decentral Games. According to a press release shared with CoinDesk on Monday, the Atari-branded casino will be built in Vegas City, a gaming district in Ethereum-based Decentraland's metaverse, will be leased on an initial 2-year term. The new casino, based on Decentral Games tech, will feature Atari-themed games, including an Atari special game based on skill rather than luck. Players will be able to earn Decentral Games' native token. Got another token now, so we have the Ether token, the Decentraland Mana token. Now we have the DG token. You can earn this by playing with Mana or with DAI and Atari tokens in general. Token holders of DG will also be able to utilize them to participate in governance, and company-related decision-making, according to the release. So the DG will be a governance token. By the way, Decentraland is backed by Digital Currency Group, the parent company of CoinDesk, and CoinDesk is reporting. Second from last piece of news, Uni Token surges 50% in 1 week, becomes the first DeFi DApp token in crypto's top 10. Uniswap's governance token has become the first DeFi token to rank among the 10 largest crypto assets by market cap. So, in my opinion, the Uni Token, the governance token for a decentralized exchange, this makes sense. I like to see, tokens, in my opinion, that don't have a future being flushed out of the top 10, and better projects like this moving into the top 10. This is the rally. Final piece of news, Taco Bell rides NFT hype train with collectible digital tacos. Taco Bell just dropped a collection of taco-themed digital collectibles, and they're all sold out. This was pretty interesting. Fast food chain Taco Bell has just sold its first batch of taco-themed digital collectibles on NFT marketplace Rarible, and they were snapped up in a flash. They say our spicy potato soft tacos can now live in your hearts, stomachs, and digital wallets. This was tweeted by the company as their NFTs dropped. Taco Bell created 5 distinct NFTs, selling them in batches of 5. The collectibles were put on sale for 0.001 ETH, just $1.80, which is quite cheap as NFT sales go. But the company will receive 0.01% of future sales, with all proceeds going to the Taco Bell Foundation, which focused on helping young people find careers. I like it. This is what I want to see. And it's pretty revealing that companies and people like this are getting involved. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We drop a video every day. This cryptocurrency market is heating up. This is turning into a great year.